always said from the beginning that we would never tell Ari what to do. I think we said that when he was at number 20 and number 30 and number 40 and 100 even. At some point, he won't be able to just keep doing what he's doing. 100 kids, then 150, then 200, then what? When do you stop? You can only spread yourself so thin. There's one Ari. I don't want to make him feel bad or make him feel criticized, but I also do get worried about him. I think you have to reevaluate if you're still in it for the right reasons or if it's almost become an addiction.
I sent my team to Brooklyn, New York, where Ari and a recipient let us accompany him on one of his donations. Now, while you may find this a little uncomfortable to watch, we're not trying to be sensational or indelicate here, but we think it's important that you see what actually happens if you get on a site or Craigslist or wherever you find these folks and meet up, how this goes down.
Hey,
hi, how you doing?
come on in, guys. You guys could go upstairs and grab a
Okay.
bedroom. Wait a minute, before you go, do you got a cup for me?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, terrific. So, we got our cup, and I'm gonna go to this restroom right behind me and try and produce a sample. Once I do that, I'll hand them the cup. Then we have our 2-week wait. And then here's the cup, what it looks like. You see it's a little soft disc. So if this one works, this will be 174. I would say I gotta go to work, but it's really all pleasure. Maybe it's pleasurable work. Well, everything came out all right, so let's go get to work. Speedy delivery. Here you go. Here's what you need.
All right.
You can go in the bathroom and just put it inside, and then afterwards I'd maybe lie down here and maybe put a pillow underneath your butt, put your feet up and relax. And today was your peak ovulation, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's good timing. The best thing about it is if it works out, then you'll get the tax write-off for 2024, because we'll have a baby this year.
Now, I have to ask you guys, after seeing that, how do you feel about that?
I mean, we're not shocked.
Did either of you want to know any genetics or anything about family tree on either side, if there were history and stuff? And
Definitely. He provided everything. We asked for medical history, STD testing, family genetics, any sort of hereditary issues health-wise or mental health, and he provided it all. And he was very upfront with it, never had an issue getting it from him.
And how about going the other direction? Do you vet the women?
No.
I'll answer that for him. No.
There's no vetting process.
That woman, you had to ask our producers her name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got very lucky. I'm very blessed that have so many amazing moms. You know, listen, they don't need me. They could go on the subway and get action and then have a baby that way. I think the fact that they're reaching out to me, trying to do it the right way, and also in the end, there's lots of different ways that they can have a family, but they all love the children, and that's been universal. So even the mothers that maybe weren't, I could armchair quarterback and maybe say it wasn't the best decision, they still love the children. And I think at the bare minimum, that's really the most important thing. They all want this child. You know, what's interesting is people always ask me, do you vet the women? And I don't, but fertility clinics don't vet the mothers either. I mean, obviously they do a health check, but they're not checking to see if they'd be good moms. I mean, what vetting would I need to do? Would I only help someone who has good credit? You know, like that doesn't preclude someone.
Things you could ask about if they had 2 or 3 children taken away from them for neglect or abuse, or if they had some kind of dread disease that was highly hereditary.
And sperm banks don't ask those questions.
Well, that doesn't mean that 2 wrongs make a right.
That's true. And first of all, I'm not quite sure if that's easily accessible information for me. I would have to run extensive background checks to find out. But some of them had their children taken away by their spouse, but it never precluded them from being an amazing mother to the child that we created.
Now, I'm on record probably 1,000 times or 10,000 times saying that people don't do things repeatedly if they don't get some kind of payoff for it. You know, they get something out of it. How many is enough? You're at 174, you said.
Well, if you include the ones on the way.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're in the 170s. How much is enough? Do you have a theory as to why he keeps going?
I love Ari. I think he's amazing. He gave us the best gift in this universe we could ever want. Objectively speaking, you would have to be in some sort of a denial to say that he's not getting at this point, something from it. I think he gets the joy, he's a very selfless, giving person. I think that's his primary drive. I do think after a while, certain behaviors that come with certain attention that you get become almost an addictive pattern. And it's not to say all addictions are bad or hurtful or harmful, but I think to do something so many times continuously with no stop, really, no plan to really stop, especially after there have been times that he's gotten hurt by people who have went behind his back and did child support or talked poorly about him. I think you'd be crazy to not question that there is some sort of addiction to the process even, or anything surrounding it.
Are most of these concentrated in one place?
Yeah, a lot of them are in New York area, but
I got a question about that. Coming up, we're going to meet another known donor. You may be shocked when you find out who attends his donations with him. Next. Whether it's talk of a Nobel Peace Prize or fears of World War III, one thing's certain: uncertainty rules today. And when the world feels this unstable, your finances are on the line. If Iran blocks the Strait of Hormuz, oil prices could skyrocket just like the 1970s. That triggered inflation, gas shortages, and a weakening dollar. Wall Street's already tense. Goldman Sachs sees sustained recession risk, and JP Morgan warns of a potential oil shock. Add in $36 trillion in national debt, and the financial pressure is real. This isn't hype, it's a wake-up call. The time to act is now. That's why I trust Preserve Gold. When the world turns unstable, smart folks turn to gold and silver. Text Dr. Phil to 50505 to get your free precious metals guide from Preserve Gold. As a bonus, you can get up to $15,000 in free silver with a qualified purchase. So don't wait. Text Dr. Phil to 50505 today. Well, it's one thing to be a single man and a known donor, but what if you are engaged and trying to start a family of your own? Well, that's exactly the case with Tyrie and Natasha.
I found out Tyrie was a sperm donor in just kind of a weird way. Someone came over to the house, and that's when he told me. When I say it out loud, it seems kind of crazy.
Sometimes she comes with me to go meet the recipients and for me to go in the bathroom and do the donation. And there are sometimes she'll wait in the car and wait till I'm finished.
He'll be like, hey, my girlfriend is in the car. Can she come in? Or he'll bring me up in the conversation that they have before he goes off to the bathroom, and they'll be pretty inviting. They'll go ahead and be like, yeah, let her come in. Like, we'll talk to her while you go do your thing. And so I just walk on in.
Over the 5 years I've been a sperm donor, I think I've donated sperm to roughly about 500 women. I have 52 children.
I do see the purity of Tyrie being a sperm donor because he's just wanting to help the couple. There's nothing more, nothing less.
Even to this day, she still come along with me, come meet recipients.
I see I'm dating just a regular person. It just so happens that he's also a sperm donor.
Well, joining us now is Tyrie and his fiancée, Natasha. Now, Tyrie is the #1 most sought-after African-American known donor with over 500 donations. So over what period of time?
About 5 years.
About 5 years. And you two want to start a family.
Correct.
And you've had some difficulties.
I have, yeah. So we've been trying for a while, and we were successful, but it did end in a miscarriage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
And when was that?
It was about 2 years ago.
Okay. How does it affect you to attend some of his donations? Why do you go, and how do you feel when you do?
I mean, Tyrie's a very busy person, so why I go with him is just to, be with him and spend time with him as much as I can. When he is successful and the recipient does get pregnant, it is a bit of jealousy. I wish I could, be pregnant, have a successful pregnancy.
Mm-hmm. Right. And he was already donating when you met him, right?
Correct.
How do you bring that up? I mean, you're at lunch and you say, oh, by the way?
Well, it's a topic that's really hard to bring up. Just in general, just meeting people and they're like, hey, what do you do for work? I'm like, well, I'm a mechanic and I donate sperm, you know. So it's something that you got to work in to tell people, and you just can't just arbitrarily just blurt it out, and
Yeah.
it comes off cringe a little bit.
And what do you charge?
$140 a donation.
And you've done 500 donations.
Yes.
So does this help?
I mean, it does, but I'd rather him
Work
donating.
at the Apple store or something?
Yeah, do more mechanic work, something like that. But I mean, this is what he loves. He's helping people. So if it makes him happy, then in return, it makes me happy.
Uh-huh. Do you go about it kind of the way we showed his interactions?
My interaction is a little bit more extensive. I actually asked a few questions. There are some recipients I actually deny due to how they answer their questions. So it's just not necessarily willy-nilly to anybody.
Who do you turn down?
I have a criteria based on how they answer certain questions that I do ask. Because again, we're here to help people, help parents have kids, become whole, become a family. But ultimately, not everybody is set right now to have children. Some people are doing it for the wrong reasons. Some people want to design a child and have like necessarily a Build-A-Bear. You can't necessarily build a child in a sense. And unfortunately, you have a few people out there doing that.
Mm-hmm. And do you know about your genetic makeup and background? And
I've done DNA ancestry. That's pretty much about it. But I do get testing once a month and extensive testing every 3 months.
It sounds like you guys kind of go with this roughly the same.